introduce you to Russell White. He's a noted trainer of many world champions. And why I value his opinion is because he's very holistic and scientific together on how he trains his athletes and how he gets the best out of them naturally. He trains them to peak perfection by using natural methodologies. So, Russ, how long have you been training athletes?
I've been training proper top athletes for about 32 years, I think. But I've been racing myself for over 40 years.
Okay.
Quite an old guy.
So you've had a lot of experience, both at personal involvement level as well as training athletes.
Correct.
Okay. And what is interesting to me is the fact that you stick to what is natural. And I think that's a huge thing, because with the temptation of using stimulation drugs, that kind of thing, you've stuck to the natural thing and got the results.
I've always believed in it, because I think I know that you can last longer. With a natural product, you can last a lot longer, and you're not lifting your body beyond where it should go.
Yeah.
You're allowing your body to raise to the level that it should be.
Yeah.
And that's what I firmly believe.
Yeah. I totally agree with that. And I know you're quite big on diet. When I say diet, the correct things to eat, which is a very important thing. It's the building blocks of the body.
As live as possible, what the big guy upstairs has given us,
Yeah.
that's what we should be eating.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, also what is interesting to me is the fact that you introduced to O2Gold some time back, and you've been very careful about your usage and assessment of it. So I value that, because it's not just an impetuous assessment, but a very careful evaluation. And first of all, I know that some of your charges who are now world champions have been using it. Who would that be?
We've got guys that are on the world circuit, like Josh Coppins and Rui Concalves and Tyler Rattray, who won a world title, and Greg Minnar, who's more a friend, but he's won multiple world downhill titles and mountain biking as well. So a lot of them are on it, and I was very skeptical in the beginning. I get offered a lot of stuff up front to take and to test and to try.
Yeah.
But this one, we got a lot of our guys to come in. A lot of guys flew in from overseas, from Europe and from America, and a lot of my South African guys, and we did a test on it, and I was shocked at the results. It's totally natural, so from then I was totally swayed.
Yeah.
My guys don't like to advertise it too much, so the top guys will wear it inside their shirt, and they don't want anybody else to be on it because of the advantages.
Okay. Yeah, that from a commercial point of view is a downside, because we also need to sell a few, but that's another story. Yeah. Now, one question I wanted to ask you, your own son, Taran, has been using it.
Yeah.
What have you seen? Because now this is someone you live with day by day, and you're watching obviously very carefully. What have you seen in terms of his ability in training, ability on the track, and that kind of thing?
Well, he used to be a very, very good athlete, and then he went to America, and he's trained athletes in America for 2 years and ate a little bit of their food, unfortunately, and came back. I wouldn't say overweight. He's always had a good build, but since he's been back, he's lost 9 kilos, which is a lot for an athlete to lose,
Yeah.
and he hasn't lost power, and that's the biggest thing worrying. A lot of athletes want to lose weight fast, but
Yeah.
when you do that, you lose power. He hasn't lost power. In fact, he's winning some really good races lately.
Okay.
And the biggest thing for me is his asthma, and we almost want to touch wood when we say it, because it's almost gone.
Yeah.
And he's suffered most of his life with bad asthma.
Okay. Now, the asthma coming under control, does this coincide with him using the O2Gold?
Yes, yeah, it has. He's
So-
been on the O2Gold for a couple of weeks. He knew about the tests and trials we did a few years ago. I'm not too sure how many years ago it was, and he knew about it, and I know that his athlete he was training, he put it on in America, and his athlete's still on it in America. So it's really, really a good product.
Okay. So from your point of view, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but is it a product would you recommend as being A, natural, B, effective, and C, safe?
All of the above. Definitely all of the above. The thing I find with something like this is that because it is so good, the top athletes want to keep it hidden, but eventually it comes out.
Yeah.
You know, it's taken a few years now, and more people are knowing that it's not. A lot of my international guys say, "Oh, I've got a little bit of asthma, and that's why I suffer, and this is my asthma pump."
Yeah.
But more and more now, it's filtering down where the local athletes are realizing it's not, and so I think the market's going to take off.
Good. Thanks for your time, Russ, and wish you all the best with your training and with your own racing.
Thank you for introducing us to the product.
Okay. God bless. Thanks, sir.